Good evening. As COVID case numbers explode across Queensland, tough new measures on travellers are being scrapped in a bid to reduce wait times at testing clinics. Thousands of people have been forced to wait for hours to get a swab, with dozens of new cases detected every hour.
Waiting, waiting, waiting. The growing queues are testing patients as well as COVID.
This 5-day situation where you have to be checked, and it's ruined everybody's holidays, you know. The time-consuming thing, yeah, like the queue now, it's out of hand.
Some people stay there for 3-4 hours and they get turned away. I mean, it's just not fair.
Out at Ipswich, it's no different. Thousands lining up every day for a swab.
We know that this has seen some long lines around different sites across the state.
The queues picking up hundreds of new local cases. Today, 1,158. 6 people are in hospital, but none in intensive care.
We are not seeing large numbers of patients being admitted to hospital, despite significant transmission throughout the Queensland community.
Although the wave is likely yet to peak, with testing lines blowing out, tough new measures for returning Queenslanders and visitors are being scrapped. They'll no longer have to test on day 5 after crossing the border.
Anyone who is waiting in lines now for their day 5 test can leave. They will not be required to get day 5 tests from now.
It's expected to ease pressure on the screening network, especially when some private clinics have been closed when they're needed the most, like QML's site at Ashgrove and its other in Boondall, shut for the public holidays. The policy shift comes as health officials confirm less than 1% of people testing on day 5 after crossing the border had the virus. But 2 new government sites are opening, one at QUT in Kelvin Grove, the other at the Noosa Leisure Centre.
It's basically in response to an increase in demand across the entire health system, and as a part of that health system, we've been asked to come and support their operations here.
Officials won't be dropping the negative test for people entering the state, required at least 72 hours before reaching Queensland.
There will be many people who have got that PCR test interstate and found out they're positive who haven't come here because of that.
That's already causing problems for thousands, some waiting up to 4 days for a result, making it impossible. Min Tan travelled to Adelaide to visit family for Christmas. She's not sure if she'll be able to get back.
I've got a lot of important things like work and other appointments to attend to when I get back. So I'm very concerned that that would prevent me from flying altogether.
The requirement being blamed for adding pressure to the nightmare queues down south, pitting ministers against each other.
I'll say this directly to the Queensland Premier, that we have Queenslanders who are in New South Wales who are actually having to get tested before they return to Queensland.
We've got to keep Queenslanders safe and we've got to slow down the spread. We've already got over 4,000 active cases in Queensland in 2 weeks since we opened the border.
With all these active cases across Queensland, it's set to be a familiar scene for weeks to come. And Andrew, tonight 9 News can confirm the state government is in the process of securing hundreds of thousands of rapid antigen tests. With the PCR testing under strain, these rapid antigen kits will become more and more useful. The government already has some supply, but it's looking to significantly bolster the stock. And with more than 1,000 new cases reported today, this virus is reaching many businesses and organisations. Even members of the media have contracted the virus, despite all efforts to stop its spread.
A test badly needed. Josh, thank you.